And now I would like to read from the very middle of the book, My Family and Other Animals. I'll read 26 lines before the middle paragraph and 26 lines after the middle paragraph. This is all about Gerry's pet scops owl, Ulysses. As the sun sank and the geckos started to scuttle about the shadowy walls of the house, Ulysses would wake up. He would yawn delicately, stretch his wings, clean his tail, and then shiver violently so that all his feathers stood out like the petals of a wind-blown chrysanthemum. With great nonchalance he would regurgitate a pellet of undigested food onto the newspaper spread below for this and other purposes. Having prepared himself for the night's work, he would utter an experimental to-woo to make sure his voice was in trim, and then launch himself on soft wings to drift around the room as silently as a flake of ash and land on my shoulder. For a short time he would sit there nibbling my ear, and then he'd give himself another shake, put sentiment to one side, and become businesslike. He would fly onto the windowsill and give another questioning to-woo, staring at me with his honey-coloured eyes. This was the signal that he wanted the shutters opened. As soon as I threw them back, he would float out through the window, to be silhouetted for a moment against the moon, before diving into the dark olives. A moment later a loud challenging to-woo, to-woo would ring out, the warning that Ulysses was about to start his hunting. And now the next 26 lines, and this is Gerry taking his dog Roger for a walk, and it goes like this. Ulysses became fairly friendly towards Roger, and if we were going down for a late evening swim, I could sometimes prevail upon him to honour us with his company. He would ride on Roger's back, clinging tight to the black wool. If, as occasionally happened, Roger forgot his passenger and went too fast, or skittishly jumped over a stone, Ulysses' eye would blaze, his wings would flap in a frantic effort to keep his balance, and he would click his beak loudly and indignantly until I reprimanded Roger for his carelessness. On the shore, Ulysses would perch on my shorts and shirt, while Roger and I gambled in the warm, shallow water. Ulysses would watch our antics with round and faintly disapproving eyes, sitting up as straight as a guardsman. Now and then he would leave his post to skim out over us, click his beak, and return to shore. But whether he did this in alarm for our safety or in order to join our game, I could never decide. Sometimes, if we took too long over the swim, he would get bored and fly up the hill to the garden, crying to-woo in farewell.